It is great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the UCF Knights and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas Tech's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Great place to start for this offense. Running inside. It's Williamson. All over him immediately.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
The Knights with the 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Williamson. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. He's got the back in the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UCF!
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Finds his man on the RPO. Can't get him to the ground. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Line gets set, first down. Tells to run, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick give. It's Williamson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's loose. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Now here's Carr. Right side, it's Williamson. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Throwing. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Knights. Gets it into the end zone.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this.
On the field, you can tell. As an offensive coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The run inside. It's Coleman.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Line getting set on 2nd down. The fake and wants to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Offense going to be challenged to protect on 3rd down after that last sack. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've already put a couple of scores up and they look to add to it on this drive. Hits inside, it's Williamson. On the move at the 30. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line and they'll move the chains.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a 1st down and he gets you another 1st down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
On the move, it's Williamson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Fires immediately. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
Fires to the big fella. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him. First down. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The snap sets up to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williamson. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Knights line up to punt it away. Trying to take it back. Gets away from one, finds room. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kicked the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and long here. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Past the 6. Turning it on. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, it's Williamson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Carr to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
The Knights back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Throwing, Carr. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Timeout call by the Red Raiders, and now Texas Tech will have no more to use. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punt is in the air. Hauls it in at the 25. And they'll stop him right there on the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Straight ahead, it's Williamson. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Now the Knights will call their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Carr. Left side is Williamson. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll run it. At the 45 on its way. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at the Pitt Panthers taking on the number 13 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's Pitt able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big 12. Now over to your game in Lubbock. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the UCF head coach at the half. Guys, we may have an upset brewing. As you know, this team came in here not highly ranked and highly regarded, but that doesn't matter. The players on the field have had something to say, and they are really taking this game to the home team. We'll see if there's an upset continuing here in the second half. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the field. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Running inside. It's Williamson. He'll be dropped.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Caught. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field. Don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back. Let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Here's Carr to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. First down, right back to Brown. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throwing, Carr. Out wide right, it's Robinson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Turns it upfield. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. One more time, it's Brown. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Reels it in. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's Brown. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, UCF! And the beatdown has ensued. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Coleman Williams. Able to haul it in. But 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Look out! Buried before he could blink.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this 2nd half.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Racing down the left side. The tag. Touchdown, Red Raider. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Looking to throw. Able to get the 2 and cut this to a 2-possession game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Knights come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Hand off for Brown. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Brown again. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. The Knights trying to cash it in on first and goal. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Carr rushes on. Touchdown, Knights! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the ranking. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. He's got him in the flat. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Lets it fly. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Motion from the back. Got to make the play on 4. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Right side, it's Coleman. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Long way to go on second down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Red Raiders, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're all over it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Second down to the air. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Off-play action. Forced him to get rid of it on 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking down the middle. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Stopped right there. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Out wide right, it's Harris. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. One more time, it's Brown. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Quick give. It's Brown. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. The Knights decide to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Myers on the move. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Here's a throw downfield late. Brings it in down the left side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Red Raider. He got a step and just dusted the field.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Brown again. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Coleman. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the tight end. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Oh, gonna be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.